Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of Mid-Rank Madness. This is a special Patreon edition of Mid-Rank Madness. One of these players has pledged $10 a month to Falcon Paladin on patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Link at the top right if you're interested. And let's go ahead and introduce these players. In the top right side of the map, we have the Diamond player, the Zerg player, going by Samael and sporting the color red. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, also Diamond. It is SCXghostrepo. That has a lot of letters. That's not going to fit very well in my thumbnail, that's for sure. Alright, so a ZVT Diamond level here. Again, sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. If you have a regular, just a regular Mid-Rank Madness game, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, you'd like to see cast on my channel, send it to me at that address with the subject of Mid-Rank Madness. I'll get my screeners to take a look at them. The best ones will be chosen and will be cast, along with Into the Void, along with cheese compilations and pros games and masters and grandmasters and everything else that I do on this channel every day for the daily StarCraft content, including Brood War. Been doing that on Saturdays if you've been missing that one. Brood War stuff every Saturday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm thinking about maybe adding some more low-level Brood War, but I need a new thumbnail for that, so I gotta talk to my guy. Do you guys want to see low-level Brood War? Or is it just going to seem like high-level is all you're interested in? That is entirely possible, but I do like to hear what my people are interested in and then give that to them. It's a hatch first play here out of our Zerg player extractor done pool. Coming in now as well, SCXghostrepo trying to wall off this extra little ramp that leads into his base. Probably going to knock down this cooling tower for extra protection at some point as well. Defender's Landing is kind of rough for defending your naturals, but players have been doing okay with it thus far. I feel like it's a quick double barracks here with an expansion though, so it's not a 3-Rax Reaper. Very interesting decision making here from SCXghostrepo. I almost want to just call him SCX, but SCXghostrepo is almost just as short. I feel like nobody's scouting at all. Absolutely zero scouting information here. The Overlords are coming in. They'll get there eventually. They're just so slow. Just so slow. The cleaning bot is here cleaning stuff. Cleaning the floor. Look how clean the floor is. Does it look clean? It looks actually kind of gross. You're not doing a great job, cleaning bot. Little fan on his back for some reason. It's like more technologically worse, or it's worse technologically than our Roomba is, which is kind of weird. Queen's on the way. Speed coming up from a Samael and getting any Zerglings? No? Really? You're making no Zerglings right now? Wow, he must know something about this Terran player if he doesn't expect a Reaper at all. There we go. Marines shooting right on top of this cooling tower, trying to knock it down. We are just making a lot of Marines in the early game here from SCX. Getting a command center upgrade into an orbital command is our blue Terran player as well. He's got double refinery with one worker on each gas, which I do not understand. Why? What does this do for you? Why don't you just have 3 on 1 instead of spending the money on another refinery? Seems odd. So our Terran player is doing some weird stuff. A Zerg player doing things fairly normal, except for the fact that he has 2 lings instead of 4. Wait, did he still make... Oh, I thought I saw him make a couple. No? He is making 0 Zerglings. Man, a Reaper shows up. I don't know what you do. I guess you could chase him down with the Queen at some level. You're making more Queens? He is making more Queens. So he's trying to defend with Queens, which is great at some point, but there's your other Queen popping out. But for a while there was a nice little window where a Reaper could cause some problems. Overlord does scout this debris that's been caused by knocking down the cooling tower. The only game where you actually are kind of a terrorist and you're blowing up buildings and stuff in order to protect your own things. You know, desperate times, man. Desperate times call for desperate measures. If you're a Terran, and you're a Terran commander and you're stuck on this planet and the Zerg swarm is out there, I would also knock down a cooling tower to get some extra protection. Hydrolit, is that a Roachwarren? That's a Roachwarren. Roachwarren coming up for Samael. He is getting an evolution chamber as well. He's going for a very quick lair, not spending any larva on those lings until now. He has 6 lings now. Making 6 more. Actually, might be overproducing lings a little bit. This Terran player is as passive as you will see in StarCraft 2 out of like the bronze levels. I mean, this guy has no interest in scouting. He has no interest in harassing, and I don't know what his eventual plan is here. I mean, if his plan is to kill the Zerg, he's not doing a very good job of it. In general, you gotta harass, you gotta push. You gotta make those Zergs feel like you're gonna destroy them. Double starport with a factory and double barracks. Trying to think, a lot of medevacs, maybe a bunch of liberators here too. He is building tanks to complement his Marines, which is exactly what he needs, considering his opponent is going for the Roaches with a new little nifty skin there. +1 missile attack on the way for those Roaches. And yeah, I mean, everyone is so blind. Look at this. No red showing up at all for Samael here. And on the other side of things, just no green for the other guy as well. For some reason, it's red-green. when I'm like this, but everybody, it's red-blue. I wonder why that switches up. It's very odd indeed. Okay, pro tip from Falcon Paladin. Send that Overlord in at about 3 minutes, and you will be able to see what is happening as far as the tech goes from your opponent. If you wait and you're just guessing and you're just kind of shooting in the dark, you're going to have a bad time. Hydralisk Den is now coming on the way from Samael. He's got some drones sitting out in the middle of nowhere. What? Oh, I bet he tried to build additional buildings and didn't account for the fact that he didn't have enough money to do it. There we go. Infestation Pit. Maybe he's just waiting. Lurker Den and Evolution Chamber. Wow. Third base on the way. About 60% complete here from Samael. Just down into the left-ish of his main. Not a very traditional third base location, but it works. It works if you want to expand a little bit towards your opponent. Get that creep spread moving even further across the map. Okay, Terran player, I need you to do stuff for me. What you got? Battle cruisers. That works. That works for me. Going BC in this diamond level TVZ, and at this point, it's almost like, okay, you're at diamond as Samael. You know your opponents are going to be good. If they haven't harassed you in the first 6 minutes of the game period, you haven't seen them come across even close to your side of the map, assume something odd is happening. Can you just do that for me? Just assume something is odd. There's that fusion core. Didn't see it. It was so far to the bottom of the map. Fusion core. So, yeah, that's the problem, is that lurkers are not going to be good. Lurkers are not going to be good here. At all. Battlecruiser. Just double pumping him out here on 2 bases, rather. You almost want to have 3. Look at him throw up. He's turtling. Okay, so I think he's going to do double command center planetary fortress upgrade here at his front door, and then kind of warp his battlecruisers in to murder what he can. Okay, the Overseer is likely going to see this. Moving out the BC. Yamato cannon wipes it out, so technically didn't see it, but did get one shot by something. So Samael thinking to himself, okay, what can one shot an Overseer? The answer is these dudes. These battlecruiser operationals. Moving out across the map. Oh, immediate neural parasite out of Samael. Oh, I like that a lot. Overlord speed coming over. Now he scouts it. Now he scouts it nicely. So he does see the BCs coming. And immediately what? No lurkers. No lurkers at all. Got your lurker den. But no. Not going to happen. Dude, battlecruisers, don't waste your time on these fast overlords. Don't do it. Okay, you got one. Congratulations. Keep moving. Oh, this is buying so much time for Samael to figure out what he wants to do. He's making 8 Hydralisks. Again, that neural parasite's on the way. It's not even close to done yet. Samael finished this 4th base. I think he's just going to lose it. I really don't see him saving it. I guess he does. He's got 3 Hydras and a Queen here with more Hydras coming on in. And it's a lot of DPS, mind you, but these Hydras also melt pretty quickly at the same time. So Queen taking some shots. Another group of Hydras showing on up here. You just kill what you can, and then you tactical jump out. Tactical jump out. There you go. And this guy taking a lot of damage as well. Already has 4 kills. Already has 5 kills. Already has... Oh, almost got that 6th kill, then jumped on out. Smart. That's how you do it. That's how you use that ability. So as far as harassment goes, that's 5 dead Hydras, 2 Overlords, an Overseer, a Queen, Creep Tumor, and a Ling. Not bad. Not bad for the resources lost tab today. It's completely zeros for the Terran. And a full 1,300 for Samael. Ah, he's expanding with these. He's double expanding with those command center seatbelts. He's not turtling. He needs to double expand. 2 more battlecruisers on the way. High-sec auto-tracking on the way. Building armor on the way. Upgrade to planetary fortress. Do it. Do it, SCXghostrepo. Do it for me. Get this this 4th base down as well. Do that same upgrade style. All right. So now Samael's like, all right, do I move out? Do I worry about BC's tactical jumping into my base? That seems like a bad thing. Infestor here, not enough energy for a neural parasite, but does have pathogen glands because she popped out with a lot of energy, 75 there. And yeah, indeed, both those upgrades have been done for the infestors. Calling down some mules here at the 3rd base. SCXghostrepo. And that building armor just about done. So we are battle cruisering it here for Mr. SCX. Is he getting upgrades for them? Not really, no. But the planetary fortresses are done for his 3rd and his 4th bases. Keeping orbital commands for his main and his natural. And we got 4 BCs moving out. Again, with 0 upgrades, period. Overlord here, still going to die pretty quickly to 4 battle cruisers. Maybe a scan to pick off some creep tumors. Yep. 1 or 2 of those creep tumors. Just pushing it back. Push that creep back. That's how I feel about it. Yamato cannon killing an Overlord. And here come the Hydras. There's the neural parasite, though. And this battlecruiser can't run away because his mind is controlled. You imagine being on that ship. You're like, okay, we see the Zerg swarm below us. There are too many. Tactical jump out. And then the captain's like, Belay that order. Wait, what? Stay where you are. Like, oh, I don't understand what's happening. There's Hydra shooting at us. And everything dies because he got neuroparasited in the brain. Scary, scary stuff, man. Zerg is scary. Creep spread moving out along this right side for Samael. Got some Vikings produced for SCXghostrepo. And upgrades would be nice for your battlecruisers. No, going +2/+2 for his infantry units. What? Is he just going to supplement his BCs with Marines and Marauders? Which, okay, fair enough. Seems fine. 5th base on the way from Samael along this top side of the map and towards the middle. Overseer flying in does scout that there is a base that exists. This is the most passive Zerg player I've ever seen as well. I mean, Samael he's doing great with the macro. He's got 182 supply. We'll make that 194, actually, compared to his opponent's 106. He is getting his upgrades. He's got his +1/+1, but he's not going for Baneling drops, not going for lurker drops, not doing anything to even really harass this. And it is hard to do. I'm not going to lie. It's hard to do that when there are planetary fortresses out, when there are tanks, when there are battle cruisers that you're worrying about jumping into your base when you're away. So I understand what's going on here, but at some point when you're maxed out, if you don't attack, what that's doing is allowing your opponent to get maxed out as well. You're not getting any bigger, and they're just catching up to you. Some Vikings are here to kill some creep tumors on the ground. Good job, guys. Way to get them creep tumor kills. 4 kills on that one Viking. Probably all creep tumors. Actually, Hive just about done for Samael. Are we expanding again? Making another command center is SCXghostrepo. Probably going to go for a 5th base up along this left side. Vikings chasing down Overseers. Are they armored? They are. Wow, okay. They take extra damage from them Vikings then. Battle cruisers just clearing creep. That's all they want to do. Windsock, twisting in the wind. Always the same direction, the wind on this map, and always fairly the same steady way of doing things. Battle cruisers are like, oh, crap, there's infestors in those armies. Run. Run. Tactical jump out. And there's the tactical jump out. All right, so just killing creep. Just pushing it back. That's all you got to do. Hope that maybe the Zerg player will attack into your planetary fortresses with tank support. That'd be nice if there was some tank support, but there's not. But there is not. SCXghostrepo is putting his trust in the battle cruiser. Some Vikings flying up to Samael's 5th base does discover that it exists. It's good information to have that your opponent has a 5th base if your opponent has a 5th base. And now the army's moving out for Samael here. He's going +2/+2. These Hydras and these Roaches with the +2/+2. We're gonna +1 ship weapons, and Stim is Ghostrepo lurkers. Okay, so Lurker, Hydra, Roach here at this 4th base rather, along the bottom side, trying to save it. The SCVs aren't even really repairing, and the base is completely toast. There's a scan, which means the infestors are a little bit vulnerable, but there are Lurkers protecting that from the backside. The Marines want nothing to do with these Lurkers, I can promise you that. Ah, the fungal on the Marines. Another fungal on the Marines. This army not very big. All that's really left are the battle cruisers, and I think they're afraid of coming in because of the neural parasite. Yamato cannons killing infestors. One of them do get a neural parasite off, though, fighting against his own brothers. More neural parasite on top of everything here. There are a lot of Hydras that are dying, but so are the battle cruisers. They pull back to a more safe, defensible position, trying to walk up this ramp. I don't know if this is a good idea. Neural parasiting a tank as well to destroy everything on the ground. Neural parasiting, yeah, the tank is pretty much just killing his own stuff here, which is bad news. Are there enough Hydras to take down this number of battle cruisers is the question. Tactical jumping in, neural parasiting another BC to fight against the other BCs. This is close. This is going to be a close battle. The Hydras with the +2/+2 doing fairly well for themselves. Neural parasite does wear off, and the BCs are going to survive this attack. If just barely. Yamato cannon killing that infestor. Roach maybe going to make it home, and no, he stops running. So he dies. Stop running means you die. How that one works. So it's 79 to 193 total supply. 31 Hydras are in production for Samael right now. Going to see those guys pop. We're looking at about 8,000 resources lost for the Zerg and 8,000 for the Terran. Surprisingly. 31 dead Marines, 5 dead BCs, 23 SCVs killed as well. It's 82 to 48 Harvesters. Our Zerg player is really on top of things right now. 9 Infestors popping too. So Hydra Infestor, the composition of the day. Lurkers coming in to this natural base, just murdering everybody that's trying to respond to it. Battle cruisers jump in, but the scan wears off, which is a bit of an obstacle to killing Lurkers, as it turns out. So this base completely shut down. There is a mining base here for Ghostrepo at the 3rd base, and this 5th base is happily running as well. There's the scan, and the Lurkers should probably get out of there, or at least try to run. Are they not even Not really even going to try to run, are you guys? No. Nope. All right, a million Hydras show up at these 3 battlecruisers. They get neural parasited. 2 of them immediately. Oh, all 3 of them get neural parasited. Ah. Okay. All right. That might be all she wrote for our Terran player. It's 188 to 65 total supply. 4 Ravens in production. There is 1 tank and 8 Marines remaining for SCXghostrepo. Hydras having a great time taking down engineering bays. This tank on the high ground is like, what up, everyone? I'm gonna kill all. Oh, I get neural parasited. Oh, that's bad. He's splashing in his own Marines, his own tank, his own SCVs, dying there as well. And as soon as he gets the mind control removed, he gets removed from the game. Ravens are here. Ravens are a little late. The Raven idea was good from SCXghostrepo, but too little, too late. Didn't quite get it done. Flying up his starports. Trying to fly him somewhere. It's not going incredibly well here. SCV's attacking these infestors, actually. Hey, almost worked. This infestor was down to 14 hit points. Could have happened. Could have happened. So main base gone. Main base is completely toast for SCXghostrepo. 3rd base and 4th base also gone. 3rd base technically alive. And 5th base technically alive as well. So coming up to a good position. Throwing out some infested Terrans, allowing the planetary fortress to focus on those instead, and then bringing the Hydras in. Actually, some infestors are on the front lines, getting focused down a little bit. Good target firing from Ghostrepo. Actually, can the Hydras out DPS the damage? Yeah, the healing. Nope. The repair is not enough. Especially with some infested Terrans mixed on in. It's the 1 final base remaining for SCXghostrepo. He's lifting. He's lifting, he's building. He has enough money for some things. He just doesn't have the time to build them is the problem. Ugh, infestors, I think, are all gone here. That's a problem. Infestors all gone, but the SCVs can get the repair done. Nope, they are too late. They are too late, and the planetary fortress is now gone. That's going to be it for our Terran player. It is 4 available total supply, rather, for SCXghostrepo, and there's the rage quit. He's out. Samael's victorious, and our Zerg player gets the win against the battlecruiser building Terran player today. You want to sit here and fight? You can fight for a little bit longer. We'll allow that. Yeah, so that was a really solid, just technically planned and technically executed plan there by Samael. He recognizes I'm going for Lurker. Oh, there's BCs. I mean, probably could have scattered that a little bit sooner, but it worked out. It worked out in the end. Did end up getting a neural parasite as fast as he could. Made a bunch of Hydras with +2/+2 as fast as he could. His neural parasite was on point. So really on top of things. Really responsible for the deaths of many, many battlecruisers. And he gets the win today. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload, a very special edition of Mid-Rank Madness. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and a Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.
Before us, our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. Justice, our duty is unending. I feel your presence. We are as one. a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Inshallah, ascension is before us. Our honor guides us. Me with you, you with me. We are as one. I sense a soul. A soul in search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. I sense a soul. Search of the answers. May the gods watch over you. Kushala Adu. Kala Rulas. Naslaranus, Naslaran, Kinalatu. Casar di Templare, Undaramanaka. Shara Sashina.